Hi everyone, it is Thursday, so we have a tarantula feeding Thursday as always, as our tradition. Just nice, I really like that. Today's stream will be a bit different since Maria is tired, she couldn't really sleep, so maybe she'll drop in a bit later, but for now on I'm on my own a bit, so I hope you can all help a bit with the conversation today. And yeah, a lot of stuff is happening here. So we have Kamil, cześć, Skål, twoje zdrowie. A lot of stuff is currently happening, not just here in the room, in the Tarantula hobby model building room. There's also stuff happening in live, some small downfalls and a big event, the same as last time, so yeah, nothing really fun. We have five people in the chat room, so maybe a small hello from your side would be really nice. Kamil, how are your ants doing? Your collection is growing quite a lot, and I've noticed that ants here are currently in their nuptial flight, and I was thinking about catching a few. So far I have only one. I think I promised you to show one that I have. Yeah, this one. I think you should see it. I see it with a delay. Wait, I'll just start this one here so I can see. Here's the queen. It's a very big one, and I need to feed them today, so I'll just leave them on the table. From my understanding, this is a Camponotus herculeanus, so a pretty big one. Oh, don't worry, slugs. I mean, it's a bit tougher if Maria is not here, and I mean, there's the camera, and I think after 2 years of doing YouTube, I should get used to I should get used to speaking to a camera and no one is replying, or like watching straight there into this little electric eye. But it's still a bit weird. We have Niffer's critters. Ah, by the way, slugs. Skål. We have Niffer's critters. Hi Jen. I hope you're doing fine. And if by the message recently, yeah, like the confusion, I hope that nothing bad will come out of that. Not bad. Like that confusion was like a bit. How is it called? Dispersed. Yeah. To give like a bit of context, there was like a name change in one of the spiders by accident, so yeah, we had like a conversation and everything's fine. If you want to see the videos, like down there in the scripture there is a link to the Tarantulas Drakar. That's like a group where we can post our pictures or ask questions. I recently did a bit of order and added some moderators because this life can be tough and sometimes you need to ask for help. We have did I say Skål to Jen? Yeah, Skål. We have Tsianek. Hi man. nice to have you here in the chat room. Would be nice for every one of you to be like active and share opinions, stuff, questions, because today I'm on my own. Maria is sleeping like a baby since she had troubles to fall asleep this night, so she is now charging her batteries. So yeah, Janek, Skål. Kamil, you know, now I will buy Feidole megacephala, so I'm going more into the direction of invasive species. Be careful. Be very, very, very careful. In some countries, for example, the African land snails that are very popular here as invertebrate, are those are invertebrates, or I think, yeah, basically snails. So those African land snails, they are legal here, but in other parts of the globe they are invasive species, and they are doing immense amount of damage. Although there is invasive species that is and very harmful for the environment, species that is commonly kept as pets, and no one is doing anything against it, since this animal is so intertwined in mankind, in our history, in our life, that no one even cares. So yeah, we are talking about cats. I hope she feels more rested tomorrow. Yeah, I hope that too. I'll tell her hello from you. Don't worry. Yeah, funny story. There was a thunderstorm today here, and our doggo was blaming Maria for that the storm was coming. So, right. So, tell her hello for. Yes, the destruction of Hawaii's native snails can be traced back. Wait, I need to twist and turn this tablet here because it's cutting. Oh, now it's easier. Yes, the destruction of Hawaii's native snails can be traced back to the giant African land snails. Yeah, if they have a warmer climate, then suddenly all plants become food. Nonetheless, if you have a chance to keep them, if they are not invasive in your country, they are worth a try, because they are phenomenal. Although maybe keeping one in an enclosure is a better idea, since having a million snail babies is quickly depleting the amount of zucchini at our local shop. I got a question actually. My Nando Tripepi buried itself about a month and a half. I don't really think it's gonna be molting, and I'm a little bit worried. Don't worry. If this is a sling, slings are almost always prey item for other animals. Even bigger tarantulas are potential prey animals, but bigger tarantulas have the size to protect themselves. So spiderlings, when they are full and everything, they basically just bury themselves, like make tunnels that they close up with webbing, and they stay there since they feel protected inside. Maybe the spider is already well fed and it doesn't have the need to go out. So don't worry too much. A lot of times beginner keepers, especially very young beginner keepers, they are always worried about tarantulas, and that's fine. Everyone was there, despite the fact that a lot of older keepers, they will disagree that they knew everything from the get-go, that they were never worried because they they were like an encyclopedia of tarantula husbandry. So I can just tell you, relax, everything will be fine, and if it won't be fine, it won't be your fault, since this also can happen. There is a certain, how is the word called? Like humbleness that comes after you like learn those potential pitfalls. You need to be very patient and stuff. So yeah, just don't worry, relax, and wait for the spider to emerge. And if this is your only spider, just maybe this is an incentive to get a second one. Just saying. I mean, it's an L7-8, so I wasn't really expecting it. Ooh. I mean, I have a tripepi, and the tripepi is doing a lot of those tunnels. So maybe it's just a tunnel to protect itself. If it's full, like if the abdomen is full, I still wouldn't worry. One thing that comes to my mind, do you maybe have a heat mat under the tarantula? Maybe it is a bit, potentially a bit too warm, and the spider wants to protect itself from the heat. This is how the stuff works in nature. If it's hot, they dig up, so they can protect themselves from the sun. So maybe check on that. That's also a possible answer. Scorpions do that a lot, which is which can be a problem for like very inexperienced keepers. They worry that, oh, the scorpion is just on the bottom of the enclosure and never getting out, but the scorpion wants to protect itself from heat, and the instinct is just so ingrained that it cannot feel that the temperature is still rising the closer it gets to the heat mat. That's why a lot of times people are suggesting to put heat mats not to the bottom but on the side of the enclosure. We have Wild Teas Exotics. Donna, hi. Skål. Nice to have you here. Anything I've changed was I planted a trzykrotka. You know, guys, this terrarium plant, not only terrarium plant that grows on almost everything and has like those green-violet colors. I know the German name, I know the Polish name, I don't know the English name. Oh well. Everywhere where I planted trzykrotka, it died. Just check if it's not too warm. Now it's summer season, so maybe the spider wants to protect itself from heat, or it just doesn't want to be disturbed. Most of the time, everything will be fine, so don't worry. Right, we have stuff to do on my a bit messy building table, since I am currently in like a small hobby modeling wargaming project. So, and since I had the cutting mat out, why not do a few more things? So here's the table. So what I have planned for today, I want to prepare this one here for taxidermy. I mean, yeah, it's basically out of the freezer. Maybe I'll take this one here, like a mixing plate. I want to prepare this one here for taxidermy, but a very specific type of taxidermy. I want to put the mantis in. I need like a panel here so I can switch between slides. I want to put the mantis in a dome like this. First I want to try, since I know that the mantis has like very delicate legs, so that's a good question if I should risk it. Still, I want to taxidermy the mantis, so maybe I'll just pin it, who knows. And the second animal, and this one sorry, this one will definitely be this one will definitely stay in the collection. For a lot of the longer viewers of the channel, this is Lazaria. So this is the spider, one of the spiders that came from Aloha Tarantula and OC Tarantulas. The spider that had an immense will to live. She lived for like 3 months in an ICU. Before I could put her in a freezer, like back then when I got the package, Cole noticed that the spider was twitching, since he was part of a live stream back then, and the package just arrived. I mean, there's like a long form video somewhere on my channel. This was like it just came for work, and Maria said, "Oh, you got a package from OC," and I nearly tripped. So one of the 2 spiders that passed, this one 3 months after I received the package, and there was one, I think it was a true spider. Basically the heat pack did not it stopped working. The rest is fine, everything lives. So, and this spider has like this story of a strong will, so we gave her the name Lazaria because her condition became better and better and better, and then suddenly she stopped eating. And then we have in the chat room, we have Arok. Hi Arok, nice to see you here in the chat room. Skål. You know what? Before I greet everyone here, Skål. I need like a live stream panel, so I just push a button and then like boop boop. We have a Skål spider heart. We have Matthew Staunch Toaster Ward. Hi Matt. Skål, nice to have you in the chat room. Yeah, she've done amazing. Like, this was I mean, the news were very, 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 very tough. I think I was in Mexico back then when Lazaria passed, but she was doing so fine. But she had troubles eating and everything, so we were kind of prepared for that. So let's go back to the table. This is a small side project of mine that will also be on YouTube, but on a separate channel. Okay, I think we need to start with this one here. Okay, what I want to start, I want to relax the muscles to check if nothing will There was a question. Is the mantis correct tyrannid scale? Yeah. Could act as a Hormagaunt, I believe. Or a tyrannid warrior. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I had to return many earwigs to the beach. The females were getting protective of their eggs and took the lives of other earwigs, including my 2 ring-legged earwigs. I recorded the males' final moments. We all learn, right? That's something interesting. Recently, what I've learned. See the enclosure right there. Oh, I need to make order here. Enclosure right there. That's Torlos enclosure. And I thought a second clutch is already super good. We have a third one. And yesterday I saw that the exec hatched. We don't have 1, 2, 3. We have many Samapos Cambrigi babies now. So yeah, I guess mega bulk sale. Yeah. Right, Mark. Next time, house separately. That's usually a very good idea regarding inverts. A lot of inverts are very territorial. Alright, let's do the nasty thing. I want to clean this one. So, how is everyone's week? What exciting stuff in your hobbies happened? Was the week calm? Was it hectic? Because in my case it's very hectic. Lots of I don't know what will happen. Changes of plans. Changes of plans. They got along for a while. It's just that the females became so protective of their eggs. I guess that's fine. That's nature's way of protecting their babies, right? I think that's perfectly okay. We had, because today we found the female passed away. What's like, I don't know the genus name, but Lopivortex, so a dragon mantis, or it looks like a xenomorph basically. She was protecting the Uthika the whole time. So there are, tarantulas. Tarantulas also protect the exec the whole time. So I think that's pretty fine. Mark, I know it isn't a tarantula, but I put a pic of new gecko in the group. Yes, absolutely. This is a group for sharing animal-related things. Exotic, especially exotic, but the occasional dog or cat is also fine, I guess. So don't worry. Basically, if there are people here in the live stream who are not part of this group, feel free. There's like a link in the description down there. You can join. You can share pictures of your animals. We can exchange experiences. This is the place for that, because my regular Facebook page, this is like just a one-sided way, so only I can post stuff, maybe if I add people, but in a group everyone can do that. There's only one thing that I had to do recently and I felt a bit guilty. Basically there was like a bit of other live stream spamming. And I have nothing against like posting your videos on the group. In the group, we all should share our stuff, but post it and not like invite to no spamming basically. Oh, Jen, send. Well, I'm sick with a bad cold cough, so I've been resting a lot. I am excited to have gotten some decent tarantula feeding clips finally. Yay! Okay, get better very, very soon. I also did like a feed. I have a lot of feeding clips that I want to connect into all this, because I have a lot of feeding clips that I've done last week. I have like half of the video done. Tomorrow I'll sit and nail my elongated back to this chair. So I finally edit this till the end and post it on Sunday, because in 3 weeks I will be sitting in a plane again. So I kinda want to post more stuff on this channel. I've been stressed and not well. That's not good. That's not good. So for all of you to get better, Skål. Get better. I'm happy to report that Orion is finally back on Frozen Thought. No more Unfrozen Thought. No more sending cute little live fuzzies to their death. Okay. I have never done that with Regis, and better so. I'm a bit of a softie, I guess, that way. I'm sorry, Jen. I'll say a prayer, but congratulations on the pics. I'll check them later. Mark, don't forget Ender Mantis too. Don't look it in the eyes. Will it teleport like certain spider species? My Monocentropus balfouri I bought from you molted recently. That's good. That's really good. The pairing was a success. I have Monocentropus balfouri babies. I'm wondering how many are there. It's definitely less than I expected. I expected like 60 or maybe even more. I guess there is like 20 or 30. Who knows? Softy is good sometimes. Sometimes it's also good to be tough, like in rough moments. And I'll tell you, looking for an apartment right now is stressful. Okay, let's get back to the job. Oof. Right, so what we're going to do, because this is something that it's really interesting for me, and I don't know how to prevent that. Mantids, they are very prone to rotting. So, especially the eyes, I don't know why. First we try to relax the muscles. There's a fly flying around here, and it really grinds my gears. Okay. Yes, there is a balance. Yeah, there is a balance. Everything needs to be in balance. Even the force. Okay, let's where is the Nephila when I need when I need it. This was such a beautiful fly-free time with the Nephila. Nothing was flying around. Everything was kept in check. So maybe oh, come on. Maybe I'll give this one another shot. If I find a breeder, seller, because it's so hard to differentiate that recently. Like just recently, which I had like this weird feeling from that. Recently I found out that YouTube breeder like the vibes changed a bit, basically admitting to be like a reseller. I won't say names, maybe you'll find this guy and you'll have the same vibes. I don't know. This hobby was a bit different years ago. Hobby breeding is fine, but I think I would feel bad to be just a reseller. Or mainly a reseller. I prefer to breed the spiders and the irony being in a room full of spiders and there is one chat fly. That's true. But I don't have any free roaming spiders here. Oh no, recently I had one. I was doing some hobby stuff, sitting on the ground. It was just like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and suddenly like 30 centimeters next to my legs, he appeared, a male Monocentropus balfouri. Maxi Big Da Force, yes. I concur, Arok. You know, it's funny because I used to think your profile picture was the heart is here. So if you see the heart clicking, that's me trying to here. I think your profile picture was a red bear. Red bear. There was also once a free roaming Christmas spider. By the way, guys, did you had surprises like that, like a free roaming spider in your room, like a free roaming tarantula or other exotic animal, like not on purpose? For example, the Nephila, I know that they can be you can basically keep them free in the apartment. But tarantulas, I prefer them to be in their enclosures. I don't mind resellers that are open about the fact that they are resellers. The local shop here breeds a lot of their own, but they also get spiders from other shops and they are priced fairly. It's not that. If someone basically tells that he's just a breeder, then the vibe changes. Like there was like a shift completely from older videos to the new ones, and the vibe shifted, and basically admitting to be a reseller, that's like I don't know, that's that I got this hard to explain. I almost had a free roaming Cosmus Perez Milesi a couple of days ago. Hard to find Tarantula, right? Also soon on Citus, probably. Great news, everyone! A school is interested in my wigs. Everyone, thumbs up. My house has a decent number of free-roaming cellar spiders. It's unavoidable out here, but I don't have any other pest bugs because of them. Yeah, they are doing... Yeah, they know that they are jobless and they are basically... How are they called? Squatters in English? Squatters? So, yeah, they help out by eating pests. Okay, let's do some nasty work here. Sorry about that. So, for those guys wondering, why is this man opening a mantis for taxidermy? Inside the abdomen is so much liquid that rots away so quickly. Basically, I know that mantids have like one of the smelliest taxidermies so far. So what I want to do is to get as much out as possible. The best way to do that is to cut this out, cut this open, get Q-tips, get as much out as possible, and then put like some type of filling, probably something absorbing. Okay, it's open. Right, so not so many free roaming spiders in your collections. I mean, Perez Milesi, I would be scared because the spider is very, 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 very small. I so far had... what is this spider doing there? I so far had twice a Monocentropus balfouri encounter. Who knows how many encounters I will have. I've noticed this guy. And I found out that Castle Balfenstein was not closed properly. So all the males that were inside, I saw a few of them there, but all the males that were inside could have eventually gotten out. And here's a lot of hiding spaces, unfortunately. So if I see one walking down there, I'll make like a small break and you can watch me hunting a pretty venomous tarantula here. We have lots of zebra jumpers in the windows. Ooh, we too. I'm hoping my escaped Texanus jumper baby is still alive somewhere. Hopefully. Jen, have you seen any jumping slugs? And very fast. I took a long time to catch it back up. Oh, yeah. Right. Q-tips for cleaning the mantis. This is not the biggest mantis that I taxidermied, so I think there won't be that much gunk here. Or however you can call it, intestines. Oh no, I need to open this more. Otherwise I cannot get inside and I'll just make one big mess. For a moment I thought that Doggo came. Maybe that was the Balfouri. Chatroom, have you tried taxidermy on your own? Like invert taxidermy? Or maybe not invert taxidermy, which is like black magic for me. But I would really give it a shot one day. So here's the that was the stomach, or stomach-like thingy. This one will be a lot easier to taxidermy than the stuff that I've done in the past. Okay. That was easy. I think that is the stomach. It's like a air pocket. That's cool. Okay. The bigger the mantis, I guess it's harder to clean. Well, yes, but I didn't dissect the earwigs. Too small. I mean, you don't need to dissect all inverts. For example, with tarantulas, males, most of the time you don't need to, because their abdomen is filled with like a gel or something. It's like it really looks like jelly. So there's no need to do that. And from what I see here, there's also not much moisture inside. So this one is, I think, kinda good to go. So no need to clean that any further. What are those? Ooh. I'll get that out. This might be unwanted things. Everything that can rot needs to get out. I didn't even realize we had slugs here, so it was kinda neat. Yeah. Try to catch up. Wait. I have only seen one slug here in Minnesota. Sorry for my USA not map knowledge. I think Minnesota. Correct me if I'm wrong. In my 48 years, it was very small. The pancake slugs that we have, they are growing like super big, like very, very big. I'm wondering what those are. The stuff that I just pulled out from the abdomen. I need to learn a bit more about the anatomy. Yeah, but I guess this is what we want here. So now comes the funny part. Now we are filling this mantis. Yes, Minnesota. Yay! So I know a bit of American geography, and I'll be closer than ever in about 3 weeks again. Maybe this time we'll even fly. I mean, I will even fly through the US. Because last time I flew through Mexico City and my colleagues flew through Houston. There's more stuff here, what the heck? Come on, I should have gotten gloves. Okay. Is there something left here? Yeah, there's a bit more of that, of this grainy stuff, whatever this is. Looks like small, maybe are those dead larvae? Could be. That died after I froze everything. That would be disgusting. Yeah, but basically mantids rot away very fast, so when you see that a mantis passed or is passing and you want to preserve it, immediately freezer. Immediately. Like, not even a day and the body starts to darken. Especially the eyes. The eyes are darkening almost on the spot, so keep that in mind if you want to taxidermy mantids. Yeah, I'll just give this one a quick check, because this stuff here inside is kinda scary. Like small grains of rice or something. I think those could be dead fly larvae or something. Thankfully. Oh, I wanna see your baby's mark. Show me those big, beautiful, squishy pancakes. Sure. Wait. I'll find you. Just. Oh. Pancake slugs. Pancake slugs. Where are they? Spoot. Isopods. Snails. Where are they? Ah! Oh, there they are. Oof. Okay. Right. So this one is for you, slugs. Jar of dirt. Bloop. And they eat zucchini like crazy. And of course inside is a piece of calcium. This, from my understanding, they also need calcium. And I also give them a bit of fish flakes. Okay, back to the mantis. I'll just give this one a quick check if there's more of those pseudo larvae thingies, and we fill her up with blue. And here I'm really wondering what that is. Is this something natural, or I mean natural, like is this part of the mantid's biology, or is this like a parasite, or yeah, there's more. No matter what it is, it's taken out now. But this is the stuff that you need to do if you want to taxidermy insects. Not sure if you want to see a close-up of what this is. Maybe you have an idea. Maybe I'm already a bit toughened up on that. So, yeah. For some people this would probably be super disgusting, but hey. Okay, I think this is clean enough for some mantis taxidermy. Right, my uncle lives in Houston. Ooh. I think I won't have that much time to see Houston if I fly through Houston, because there's a chance that I will fly through, like last time, through Mexico City, which is also like a super big airport. They had like a, because when I flew back, I had a chance to visit Mexico City for some time, and they had like an exhibition on the airport of like, I posted this in the video, I think. It's like super tough without tweezers. They had like an exhibition of stuff made in traditional Mexican, or in this case, wait, who was there? Aztecs? Aztecian like this was like made from pearls or something, and there was like Quetzalcoatl made with that method, which was absolutely amazing, super colorful. I will kinda enjoy the trip. I mean, sure, life is uprooted one more time, but that's what you get from being an engineer. Yes, Camille, it's easier with tweezers, but here's the thing. I don't want to make them messy. I don't have dedicated tweezers for taxidermy, and the blades are exchangeable, so okay. In case you're wondering, this mantis here, that is Stachma mantis limbata. We tried to pair this one. Of course, we failed. Doggo is angry. Probably here's a neighbor doggo. Are you going to the same place? Yes. Yes, I'm going to the same place, Saltillo. which is not really a bad city. It's just far away from home, which is kinda This seems like a delicate process, requires a lot of patience. You mean like the taxidermy? Yeah. I mean, I'm building miniatures for miniature games, so I'm kinda used to doing delicate movements, slow movements. So just recently I've done a lot of things for my small mini projects. I mean, I think I can show you that, because I mean the stuff is here on the table. And maybe I'll even tell you a bit about the mini side project that I'm currently working on. Like, I'm like a gamer, like role-playing player and stuff. I like good stories, so I decided maybe I'll make like a small short story and make a painting video on top of that. Like, because I'm not really that good of a painter. There's phenomenal painters on YouTube, and I don't want to spend that much time doing a video, kinda. But I still enjoy it. I enjoy the creative process. So I thought I'll make like a classic like this, like a small cannon. Oh. And two small men shooting the cannon. And I wrote a story, which is like a bit of a lore story, a bit of just like a story to listen to. And the idea behind that came from the fact that I like to listen to lore. I like to listen to audiobooks while I am doing thingies, especially like painting and stuff. Also, this whole delicate like stuff doing. Sorry for jumping around. This is my ADHD speaking. You get used to working like millimeter like per moves. Oh, now the abdomen is getting in shape. I just want to get it under this fold here. Where's the fold? There. Got it. Now only here is a bit of here's a bit missing, so we need to fill that up. Close it, shape it, leave it to dry. So let's quickly do that before we switch to the pictures that you've sent on the group, in emails, in private messages. So for all the new people that were never here on those live streams, on 9 o'clock Polish time, in like 1 minute from now, we are sharing pictures that you shared through the Tarantula Drakkar group, which is somewhere there in the description, and or through a email address. My email address should also be there somewhere, or through a PM on Facebook. And yeah, I share who posted this picture, and this is like a space to exchange like what exciting stuff we have in our collection, what happened, like pairing attempts, molds and whatsoever. Because this hobby is supposed to be shared. All hobbies are supposed to be shared. I think there's nothing more like rewarding than sharing part of your hobby. You're sharing stuff that gives you joy. I mean, the miniatures that I have, which are absolutely a huge part of my life, like miniature wargaming. Maybe not the old ones, but the new ones that I paint, I display them. Yeah, this will be the last piece of now we close, we check if everything aligns. Kinda. I mean, the abdomen is a bit stretchy, and it folded over a bit here. And now my idealism kicks in. Right. Like the stuff that I do, like painting stuff like this. This gives me joy. This gives me calmness of mind. Right. Doggy, you'll wake Miss Maria. I used to put my own custom sculptures into the terrarium until the wicks chewed on the paint. Now I use ones I buy that are made out of silicone and hard plastic. I don't like adding sculptures to enclosures, although I think I will do a funny fantasy enclosure, at least one in the future. Maybe something completely out of this world, like something 40k or Star Wars related, just to stand out from the rest, because I mostly keep my stuff very natural. Right. We come to the slideshow. The first spider that we have here. Sorry for I should see it here, like in this screen, but this takes some time. First spider is an Avicularia species Columbia, and I really like the color, like the violet color. This is a picture by Aloha Tarantula. She is like in my opinion, the queen of Avicularias. She's sending so many pictures of Avicularias, and I'm kinda jealous about that. For me, Avicularis, they're like a bit of a conundrum. There is so many of them. So many of them are nomen dubium. Like they are not sure if those are separate species. And there are so many species that are they just have a name after the locality where they were picked up, or like where the first specimen was picked up. This one looks pretty interesting. It has this purplish hue, super interesting. So far I only know about the Avicularia purpurea. Maybe this is a morphotype of an Avicularia purpurea. Who knows? This stuff changes so fast in this hobby, you couldn't even imagine. That's how I feel when caring for the spiders. It's peaceful, and I love checking to see out if everyone has molted, etc. Yes, hobbies are there to calm out, and despite the fact, for example, that I love making stuff for YouTube, there was like a moment when it felt a bit like work, so I stepped a bit on the brake so it doesn't become work, so it stays a hobby that is chilling, that is like that is relaxing. To see how spiders grow is fascinating. To see how they live, how they mold, all the stuff that regular people don't see, because they don't show that on television or in the internet. And I have the same thing with my mini man, like my mostly old Warhammer miniatures. I have like a special joy for finding old minis that are no longer done, bought for cheap on auction site, and they are cheap because they are just splooshed over with paint. So I just clean them and I have a fresh new old mini. And I really dig the old designs, like the old hand sculpted designs. Super cool. Nowadays everything is done with CAD, and you can do so many small details that back in the day no one ever thought were possible like that. Like, for example, here, this one. Imagine sculpting that by hand, for example. I'll just imagine sculpting something like this by hand, like all those spines, all like those fingers, the teeth. Here the bones, like here the bone on the rib. This one, by the way, broke by accident. This was back then not possible. So the old minis are kinda a bit more robust, and they have kinda a cartoony feel, yet they have character. They have like a soul, because you knew someone was sculpting them by hand, which makes that, for me at least, super interesting. Right, Avicularia. I already always my ADHD. Omi is angry. Good to know. I would like. I'll just quickly check the chat room. Good to know. I'd like to get some mantis, but I'm waiting to get anything new until I'm done raising my Phidipus erectus babies. Oh, that's a lot of work. We have Phidipus erectus babies, and I mean, having them back in the collection, thanks to Skål, is really fun for me. I remember like the first time when I was carrying out, like, maybe I can show you that, like the small specks of supposed to be there is one on the top. You see the poppy seed with legs. This is a small Phidipus erectus. They're fun, but raising them from very small kinda makes you nervous because they are so small. Right, I remember, Mark. You wanted to do a Warhammer one. Yeah. I want to do one that with like, I don't know, like a skull, like a mechanical servo skull with like a shiny eye. In like a metal factory, and inside there like a den made from, I don't know, like a overgrown pipe of some sort, and this will be like the hide for the tarantula. Yeah, something like this. This you see, the inner nerd of me comes out. Yeah, I will do that in the future eventually. I have stuff to do, things like that. I have two 3D printers, a resin one and a FDM one, so there are possibilities. Although both the printers need some repairs. Like just today I got new screens for my resin printer, and I just recently changed the nozzle of the FDM one. My Avic and Avic Metallica slings just molted. Congratulations. I'm wondering if the Avic Metallica, since the name is so ingrained and intertwined in like the hobby, it is Metallicas are there, but scientists are not yet sure if this is a separate species, which is interesting. That looked like a skeleton dragon from the Skylanders novels. It is like a skeleton dragon / crocodile, and on top will be a a mummy wizard. Aloha, thank you for the picture. Always a pleasure seeing your Avicularias, Skål. This is an Avicularia Beatsegoi, also something that I am looking for. I also have this itch to get Avicularias, all the Avicularias. There's just so many of them, and not all of them are available in the market. If I have to pinpoint one species that I really want to get, either this year or next year, but I don't know how much gold I need to prepare to get the spider like that, if they will be available, that would be Salmopeus satanas. Super cool background story for the name. What's really cool in this picture, this spider is freshly after a molt, and you can see that it's still like a jelly, like a small, okay, maybe not that small here, but a small jelly. the toes, the pink toes, from which the pink toe tarantula names come from. Also amazing. Chatroom, do you like all you beautiful tarantula keepers, do you have avics or had avics? Because I was, when I came back to the hobby, avics were not really high on my list. I've heard so many weird stories about them, that they pass as slings and stuff. And then I think I first got like a quote unquote avic. I got a Caribena versicolor, which was an Avicularia back then. And I think the first true avic that I got was Uruensis, I believe. A Uruensis. Also cool. Super cool to keep. I raise my cup to the Queen of Avicularias. Skål. This picture is from Kamil, the Ant-Man of this group. I saw his collection just recently when I got some spiders from him, since he changed the hobby a bit. And I don't have luck with ants, but he does really well, and he's starting a collection of taxidermied ants, which is super cool. And the ants that he already has, amazing. I'm kinda jealous of people who can keep ants. Maybe I'm a bit too nervous when it comes to animals, especially ants, because for me they are so unpredictable. When I'm opening like the test tube to put some food inside, they feel so unpredictable, and I have troubles to hibernate some of those species. Maybe I should get something more tropical, then I don't need to worry about hibernation. I think they are technically called avic morphotype 6. Yeah, maybe. You mean the Metallica, or which one? Maybe. This one will blend in with the tikis. A close cousin of Wick's fellow Apokritan. Very nice, Camille. Camille, good luck with the ants. I really hope that I will get one day this passion for ants as you have. Skål, thank you very much. Good that you are here in the chat room, Jen. Because this is Snack on Hunt. I never critters. And I would really like to know what type of snake this is. Is this like a how do they call it? Garter snake? Garden snake? African garden snake? I have no idea. I'm not that good with snakes. I know my pythons, I know my corn snakes, hawk noses, and some Lampropeltis, I guess. Mahogany snakes. Cannot recognize this one. Black African house snake. Ah, okay. I haven't seen those here for sale, or I haven't seen breeders. Maybe I wasn't looking that closely. Snakes and reptiles are amazing, but they require so much space, and I am currently living under a bit under 50 square meters, maybe 45. And the space gets really scarce, so either me and Maria will learn how to sleep while standing, or I finally get an apartment. But this is so hard to get something in an acceptable condition, with acceptable size and a normal fair price. Inflation just did so much bad for people who are looking for their own home. My pleasure, Kamil, nice picture. I never remember the scientific name, so from now on is snake on hunt. Black always looks shiny and sleek. It's Orion. It's the one that had the mouth infection for several months. Yeah, I remember you posted stuff on the group and you mentioned this on the chat. I hope she's doing better, because I guess you said that, if I remember correctly, when I checked the picture, that Orion is doing better. Especially now after Wilhelmina, so the hawk-nose passed. It's like I see why people care so much for their snakerinos. So I'm really happy that that Orion is doing that. Very cool snake. I mean, black snakes. Every time I hear black snake, there is an expo story that I think I shouldn't share. Maybe one time, in real life, I can share this story. Yes, I would have figured the economy would have been fixed by now. It's kinda standing in one place, but the sales go so quick, and if I don't get something in an acceptable shape, I don't have the money to renovate it, and if the home is not renovated enough, then I need to pay rent and mortgage. Which is kinda beside the point, right? Jen, thank you very much, and Skål to Orion and to you. Orion or Orion? I think Orion. This is a picture from the man, the myth, the legend himself, one of the new moderators of the Tarantula's Drakar group, which the link should be somewhere there, such as my Patreon. Zach sent us a few pictures of his spoots. He also has a group called Zach Spoots. And this one is a beautiful Harpactira pulchripes, a species that, when I tried to keep it, I had a bad experience after like a year, and now I got one from OC, and the spider is doing phenomenal. Some people suggest that this is the best first African tarantula. I mean, my point of thinking is, if you're asking if you are ready for an African, then you're not ready. But they look amazing. They look super amazing, and they are for African species. They are very calm. Oh, pretty! I love the species, especially when they are young. Yes, they they're kinda calm for Africans. Amazing, Zach. Stylish black stockings. Yeah. uh, no problems, Jen. That's what the stream is for, to share your stuff. I wanted to post a picture of Wilhelmina, but I will post a picture of the hognose on a long form video, since I thought this will be a better way to keep her in memory, since the thing with live streams is a live stream starts 2 hours and then it fades. Like, who knows if someone will watch this after 2 years, but the long form videos, they will be kinda relevant even after a time. So yeah, the memory for Wilhelmina will stay. They are so vibrant gold when they are younger. That's true. They have a very vibrant color. Sorry. And the second one, an even more vibrant spider from Zach. The dreaded, the feared OBT. The orange baboon tarantula, or so-called orange bitey thing. Sometimes I've already heard like pteror, because pterinoculus. So this is a Pterinoculus murinus. I think one of like the milestones of tarantula keeping, if someone digs a bit deeper into the matter, when they get an OBT, either as a freebie, mostly as a freebie, at least in Poland, they are cheap if you get them from as a sling. Or you get a big one, but I guess keeping Africans is good, at least for the first African, to keep them from a sling. Super vibrant, but also like the shortest fuse in any spider that I know, like that I saw. There are probably spiders that have an even shorter fuse, but this one is the king among them, at least among tarantulas. Very dreaded. There was like a recording on YouTube where 2 guys took a spider of the species and they got themselves bitten by this one. There's also a other famous video where a guy was teasing, like with his finger. He was teasing a Pterinoculus, and he teased the spider one time too much. The finger swelled like 3 times the normal size. So beautiful spider. Definitely, if you can keep this one and can keep the calm with keeping an OBT, which is surprisingly maybe not that hard as some people might think, and you can definitely say that you know how to deal somehow with spiders, although some people do that a bit recklessly and share this reckless behavior online, give like a bad how is this called? The English words. They share stuff that they shouldn't share, like that you shouldn't take a tarantula, especially of this magnitude, of this temperament, on your hands. Good night, Camille. Have a restful sleep. Have fun with your ants. Skål. My OBT is fairly chill, but I know that can change with molds. This can change overnight. I once came back home, came to the tarantula room, and the spider was already ready to hug me in threat pose or threat posture. So, what do you want, Origin? Yeah, OBT, definitely a cornerstone. And worth it. Those spiders are worth it. It's the last one. There are 2 more videos. Two are from Niffer Critters. This one is Grammostola acteon. Grammostola, a very nice genus of tarantulas. Very calm. Very big. But notorious slow growers. And seeing a spider, oh, look at the movement. Oh. Oh. Nom 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 nom. I haven't seen Grammostola acteon here. Which is fun. I've seen Pulchripes, Pulchra, sometimes even Rosea, which will also go on CITES probably next year. And that's it. Like, at least on expos, maybe there's like hidden ways to get Grammostolas that like maybe Czech Republic, who knows. So yeah, maybe I'll also be able to get a acteon. They kind of remind me of a weird mix between Lasiodora and Tiltocatl vagans. There's like this. Oh, the abdomen is so shiny with the. Oh wow. Super shiny. Jen, that's a nice spider. Congrats. This is one of my favorite spiders. Yeah, I see why. They're so shiny. Now I want one. This always happens here. Like, I see a spider and I want one. And I have so many already. And this one is also from the first critters. This is Brachypelma hamori / Brachypelma smithi, sold as Brachypelma smithi, but possibly Brachypelma hamori. If you got a smithi, you are very lucky because they are super rare. Also notorious slow growers, very chilled, very calm, and this spider needs food a lot. Very hungry, probably up after a molt, right? Oh, and it will grow a lot. Yeah, it's weird. I hoped that I can see some of those Mexican spiders. I can see some of those Mexican spiders in Mexico, but no. Maybe next time, or like in a few weeks. Who knows? It was so pretty after its most recent molt, velvety black and bright red. Then it gets a little more rusty colored before a molt, which is also really pretty. Then yeah, I guess I need to get Grammostola acteon. I'll check if I can get one. Bam. Jen, thank you very much, and get well soon. Skål. Right. Table. Saw one of these at the shop last week. 200 though is a bit high. 200 bucks. $200 for tarantula. I mean, I know that the prices in US are worth more than gold. Still, like that's pretty steep. The Smithy Hamori is a very chill spider. It goes into these almost trance-like states where it doesn't react to anything. For the red niti, yep. I think an adult female here in Poland, you need to pay like 300, I guess, 300 zloty, which would be like $80. Yeah, like 80 bucks, which is a fair price for a female, but in America the prices are something completely out of this world. So yeah, you know what? Let's finish this one. I need like a boo-boo-boo. A boo-boo-boo. What is a boo-boo-boo? Something where I can put glue on. Yeah, let's use this one. I've as always prepared. Always prepared, very professional. So this is just CA glue, thick CA glue. Because I absolutely don't want a big blob of glue. That is too much. A big blob of glue. Music feels like The Sims. I don't know why. Like buying music. Should I try? Should I risk it? I have a think. Question is if this will work. Okay, I need something that I can stand the mantis on. No. I could try to position it. Oh yeah, I can do that. No, I need to do it differently. Since I cannot remove the rod probably. Which way is the right way? Okay. I'll experiment now. So if I ruin the specimen, I'm sorry. Okay. Oof. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, I'll just need to check if it's in the right position. No, it's not. Okay, and now I think this will look good. But I need to position the mantis. Yeah. This one needs to be here. Sort of sorry for being a bit less active, but I'm focusing a bit. Oh, okay. Oof. That looks really neat, Mark. Just curious, but what did you think of the earwig Cersei sticking out of the ground? I haven't checked it. I wanted to check the stuff, but yeah, live. It's always life in the way. What do you think? Live stream, chat room. Here. What do you think? Will this be good? I just need to position this one a bit better. Yeah, thank you very much. This still needs a bit of work. I kinda miss those very long taxidermy thingies. Sorry. So I'll try to immobilize the legs. So after this dries, I will think about adding a small piece of cork bark. Since there's like an opening now on the bottom of the mantis, I'll use this opening to position the mantis one more time. It will be a bit higher, so yeah, cool small display piece. Now it's just now I just need to figure out a way to keep the grappling hooks, pincers, thingamajigs in place. Yeah, something like this. So pick. Yeah, I think this is fine. Sorry for not responding. I was like a bit in concentration mode. This I think that's fine. Maybe I need to correct the torso a bit. Yeah. And the head as well. Right. That's the first one. And now this one is left to dry. And after this dries, I make a small diorama, bloop, and mantis on top. I think that will be fine. So let's get to the second patient, because I need to do it. Let's start with relaxation of the muscles. And I think we'll also make it the same with this spider, so a display. Probably on a cork bark. But first, the nasty part. The nasty part is always this one here. Come on. There we go. Q-tips. I need to open this a bit more. Looking good. Thank you very much. Let's see how this will look after it dries. Because this might look super amazing, or it might look, or it might break and I'll be angry. Hopefully the first one will be true. There is the stomach. Like not stomach, this is like a intestine. This is always the nastiest part about tarantula taxidermy, or like invert taxidermy. I cannot imagine if someone would do this with vertebrates, or yeah. For some people, the so-called normal animals. Maybe not with fingers, because I don't want to. There was not much stuff here, since this is like a smaller spider. Come on. How are you, bro? I'm fine. I'm fine. Doing now some tarantula taxidermy. You look for spermatheca. No, I am taking the inside of the tarantula out, because this is a spider that passed and I want to preserve it. Ooh, I've done one taxidermy already today, so this was the result of the taxidermy for today. This is a Stagmo mantis limbata, or a bordered mantis. And now we are cleaning this one here and preparing everything for making a display. So now we just fill the inside of the tarantula. I guess we can do that in 9 minutes. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, poor spider, but yeah. But this happens. You know what? I can take this out so I have a better grip. How are you, by the way? I wait for my curly hair mold. Yeah. That waiting for a curly hair mold is a long waiting game. This can take forever with curly hairs. Okay. This half of the abdomen is full. Now just fill the other side, and then we just need to set it in place. Come on. Okay, one last piece, and we can call that a day. yeah, there we have it. Let's just close it up. Right, there's the spoot. Ooh. Ellen! Welcome to the chat room, although those are like the last 4 minutes. Just watching me playing with spider taxidermy. And yeah, last 4 minutes. I'm for 10 minutes now I'm fighting with like a stomach ache. I don't know why. So right, I hope everything is fine, Ellen. How are your 3 spiders doing? Maybe your collection is growing. Right, yeah, I really hope that this one here will do well. If this will go well, I will be super happy. A good way of displaying a past mantis. Yeah, but they need like a support. They need a support before you can mount them. We'll see. This one and Lazaria need a final home. Okay. It's 3 minutes till 10 o'clock. I guess we can summarize this small Thursday stream. I think I kinda managed to do it without Maria. I have so much trouble speaking while I am focusing on doing stuff. Yeah, but I think I managed. You're amazing. So thank you very much for sharing your evening with me while I was doing like spider stuff, although and mantis stuff. It's always a pleasure to spend a Thursday evening here in Poland with you. So I would like to thank the first critters, Arok, Ellen, who was there? Guy in the beginning, cannot remember. Yeah, Cyanek, Go Team Stacks, of course, Wildies Exotics, Matthew Staunch, Toaster Ward, Camille, of course, how could I forget? Ellen, of course, you as well. Is that all? I think yes. Thank you very much for... Oh, and Emiran for dropping by so late in the stream. Well, I was just sitting there and doing kinda supposedly nothing, no speaking and stuff, and just focus on doing the taxidermy. So thank you all very much for sharing this evening with me. I raise my glass for all of you wonderful people, and I hope I will see you all next week on a live stream, hopefully this time with Maria. Skål to every one of you. Cheers. Bye everyone. Have a nice week.